Much like an unsuspecting fiancé in an Atlantic City elevator, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has proven an easy target for abuse from women's groups, newscasters paid to pretend to care, and dudes who don't want to fight with their wives, all furious with the NFL's historic leniency with domestic violence cases. While Goodell recently applied a little cover-up to the league's PR black eye by establishing stricter domestic violence punishments and education practices, many think the NFL has a serious woman problem on its hands. But should the league even care? Football is a violent game. It's played by violent men. But recently, some facts have come to the league's attention to cause them to deviate slightly from their previous policies of sweeping problems under the rug and blaming the victim.
We didn't get this right. I'm not satisfied with what we did. For that, I'm sorry. I got it wrong, and I'm sorry for that. Sorry about that. Mistakes happen. Sorry for that. Disappointed in myself. We need to do better. We will do more. I don't like to let down anybody, Peter.
And as we all know, you're right, I'm wrong. It's a very important first step in dealing with crazed women. And the education program they're setting up, it'll surely make everything better. After all, superstar athletes always pay attention in class. But can these tweaks overcome decades of NFL's old school, tough as nails, bros before hoes culture? In the past, penalties for smoking weed were more severe than punishments for rape or domestic abuse, mainly because smoking weed could hurt your game, but hitting your wife was more like homework. And as most men will tell you, domestic abuse just isn't really that big of a problem. And when the league does run into an issue, it handles it severely. And riddle me this, are kids actually growing up and hitting women because their role models hit women? Or is it because she asked for it? Abuse, it's just generally a spontaneous, albeit poor decision. And if prison isn't enough of a deterrent, then there's little the league can actually do to prevent an abuser from making that horrible decision to cause harm to their loved one. And taking all of this into consideration, is not so Jolly Roger's job actually in jeopardy? Is anyone really going to stop watching their favorite team because some punk on another team hit his wife? Are you going to not buy your favorite team's jersey because the commissioner didn't suspend some other player for long enough? No chance. But the NFL is still at least trying to be better, right? That deserves some credit. Because women, be honest, you just have too many fond memories with the NFL to leave over one or two slaps to the face. Will you really forget all the good times you've had with the NFL? All the fun, exciting games you pretended to follow so your new boyfriend thought you were the cool one? What about all the Sundays you spent alone with your kids while your husband was stuck freaking out about some game? And Mondays and Thursdays and some Saturdays, but they were all great. And can you really forget how the NFL just paved the way for women's rights? This is the league that stood at the forefront of allowing girls to exploit their bodies to attract male viewers. This is the league that pioneered family-friendly near nudity, no matter rain, sleet, or snow. This is the same NFL that now pays cheerleaders an average of $5 an hour. That's at least $5 more than men cheerleaders are making across the country. This is the same league that takes care of your children. Like, when everyone else is trying to scare your son into thinking football will destroy his brain, the NFL is there to reassure him everything will be just fine. But bottom line, the NFL and America just have a great thing going. They have a great relationship. They provide an exciting product and community entertainment, and we just hand over a ton of money. Do women really want to hurt this relationship? Do you really want to embarrass the league and make our friends think twice about hanging out with us? You have nowhere else to go. Do you really want to be all alone this winter? Of course not. And neither does Roger Goodell. And for a number of reasons, he promises the league will never hurt you again. Oh, shit. I'm the Ryno, and this is 4TT News. But what do you think? Is the NFL doing enough to address domestic violence? Put your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe.